Hello, welcome back to Confident Conversations. This is another amazing episode with another amazing guest. I was literally saying a minute ago, she's my favourite person in the world. Yeah, I've known you 2 years,
Feels longer, feels like a lifetime, so I don't know.
but it's the beautiful Keiddy.
Oh, hello everyone. I'm Keiddy Cruz.
How are you? How you doing?
I'm doing good, thank you. How are you?
Not bad. I'm excited for this episode.
Yeah.
I had to get you on. Do you remember when the first time I did this podcast, I messaged you?
Yeah, I know. Before you started coming to the studio, you messaged me about having this podcast. I'm so proud of you because, like, I've seen your journey for a long time and I know how hard you work, and to see you, like, in such a cool space and having,
Thank you.
guests on, like, you're making it happen. So, like, congratulations.
I am trying.
Yeah.
But the reason that I sort of told you was, not only are you my favourite person, it's just because you're one of the people that I most trust.
Oh.
Oh,
You're gonna make me cry today.
No, you are, and I think for me it was that closeness that we've always had. I don't know how many times I've met you in person. I think once, twice.
I know, it's actually, we were just talking about this.
Yeah.
And one said, like, oh, this is only the second time that we're meeting. And I was like, no, it's not. We've met, like, so many times before, but we haven't.
You know what I think it is? It's the IG lives that we used to do.
Yeah, that's so true. Oh, my gosh. We did. It was like Confident Conversations, but on Insta Live. Was that what it was called back then? Or what did you call it? No, because you rebranded.
No, I rebranded.
You did.
I don't think it had the title.
Yeah. But yeah, I remember doing those, and I don't know, we built like a very strong friendship just on Instagram, which is crazy. But vice versa, like you're like the one person that I would like really, really trust with a lot of things. And I think a lot of people feel that way.
You'd be surprised.
No, because honestly, like I've said this to you before, but I think you radiate a particular type of energy where people feel very comfortable around you, and like they can tell how authentic and honest and pure you are. So that's why I gravitated towards you. Do you know what I mean? And I know a lot of people have said the same thing to me.
I mean, I think that the energy I sort of give out is great in that, but I think a lot of people envy that energy, so they're not gonna trust me.
True. I get that. I get that. Yeah, a lot of people. Jealousy and envy is a real thing.
It is.
And you have to protect your energy.
You do.
So if those people, like, you can tell immediately though, like if you're talking to someone, you're trying to be a bit more open and they're kind of, but not like on the first meet, because obviously some people are a bit more reserved, but eventually, like if they're just a bit like, you can immediately like tell that energy, and that's where you're just like, oh, okay, I back off a little bit.
To be fair, I think the first meeting between me and you, it wasn't as open, but it was very, I'd say raw, in the sense of we felt like we knew each other straight away.
Yeah.
Our interaction wasn't awkward.
Well, when we first met in person?
Just in
general.
general.
Yeah, for
just
sure.
Just in general.
It's never been awkward.
No, it
which
definitely hasn't. Yeah.
It's really nice.
I have spoken about you before on the pod. They have a couple of people. We've got mutual friends, and they are amazing at what they do. Emeka, Tiff, Lissy, they're all very talented.
Thanks.
You songwrite with
Lissy, yeah.
How's that going for you?
Yeah, it's great. Mine and Lissy's friendship sort of blossomed over like our music. Like I initially started as her songwriter, and then the more sessions we did, the more we got to like talking and found out how many similarities we had. And then, that friendship just grew.
Yeah.
So that was really lovely. And then through like going to an event, like I met Tiff and Emeka, and they're just wonderful people as well. So yeah, I love being surrounded by creative, like pure souls. Like we were just saying, like, I feel like before my energy was very, very like open, and I would give like the best version of myself to everyone. But now it's like I'm very much like very, very reserved with it in terms of like I will show like my best self, but I know when to reel it back in.
Yeah.
And like not everyone should be, I think this applies to everyone, like not everyone deserves your energy. Not everyone deserves like every part of you. So like I'm happy that I know with the people around me that they've like accepted the energy that I've chosen to give to them, you know, and I've accepted theirs.
Definitely.
So yeah, it's lovely.
I think you as a person radiate this very positive energy, but I've seen you as a parent, and I think that shows how empowering you are, in the sense of I've seen you how you are with your daughter. I've seen how you are in general as a person. The love you give her, the way you are with her, it's so beautiful to see a mother-daughter relationship, and I don't think a lot of people show that. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but what you show is just beautiful, because you're not like a strict mum, but you're not a soft mum.
Yeah, it's hard to strike that balance.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess like, what is it that you're asking me?
No, it was just like
an
evaluation.
Yeah, I think like, you know, I try to live my life positively, and I don't do it all the time, you know, like we're human. I have my moments where I'm not, but when I'm around other people, like I want people to feel good. Like if I can make that, and that makes me feel good in turn, and we're all just like, that's what I want for my daughter as well. You know, like I think after my dad passed, like I made like a very conscious decision to be like conscious, that's the one, conscious decision to be like, I'm gonna live my life through kindness and positivity. And you know, I've just tried my hardest to be that way. And with my daughter, like I want her to see that part. Unfortunately, she does see like the human side of me, you know, it's just me and her at home. But you know, like if I can teach her that, you know, what things are going to happen to us in life, but we can choose to reframe our mindset and be like, you know what, this is happening to me right now, but time passes, I'm going to get through it, and then I just get to continue experiencing life. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
She's a little version of you though.
She is. Someone said like I was on this like production meeting call last night, and she came on the video call, and someone was like, that's just copy paste. And I was like, yeah. She looks more like my mum though. Really? She looks so much like my mum. Yeah, like that's me. So my mum, me and Mila are just like a new version of each other, basically. Like we're so similar in terms of our personalities, our looks and everything. Like it's just each generation gets a little bit crazier. That's it.
I don't know your mum.
Yeah.
But I disagree with that. Just because I've seen every year you post your dad, and seeing those posts between you two, I see a lot of similarities in personality.
Oh yeah. Yeah. No, I get that completely.
Same jokes.
Yeah. Well, actually, yeah, like it's weird. So I think, because obviously you don't know my mum, but we are like, I don't know what it is, just our way of being is very much like we're the same people. Like it's just 3 generations of the same person. Yeah. But yeah, obviously like I was influenced a lot by my dad. Like me and him spent a lot of time together. So I noticed that the way that I laugh is exactly like my dad's laugh. Okay. And like, yeah, the weird jokes that he made. It's so weird though, because sometimes, obviously Mila never met him, but sometimes Mila will do things that's like a mannerism or something. And I just see my dad for a second and I'm like, what is that? Like, it's so weird, because I feel like personality traits can be passed down through like DNA. I don't know how to explain it, but it just does. Or like a soul transaction. I don't know.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean. because I've got personality traits with my granddad, my dad's side. So I could go, and immediately my mum would be like, "Amor, that's your dad," and I'm like, "Really?
Really?
Yeah."
That's so beautiful. I love it. Honestly, like genes and DNA, it's just like, it doesn't make any sense to me, like, because just properly, like, personalities like get passed down through generations, like things like even anger and your temperament, or I don't even know, like being shy or something, like, oh, I wonder if they're going to be shy like their dad, or I wonder if they're going to be outgoing like their mum. Like, it's weird, like those things get passed down. Yeah, so I knew what Mila was going to be like before I had her.
Oh wow.
Yeah, like I just knew. I was like, I know that she's going to be like outgoing and weird and sassy, and because I used to have a lot of like dreams about her as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we listened a lot to our dreams in our family, so yeah.
That's interesting. Because my family's the same in the sense of, so if someone goes, we me soñé que alguien está embarazada. On the Saturday, we'll tell each other, and they'll be like, which one of you?
It's pregnant.
Yeah.
Who's pregnant?
And then the next year,
someone's
that's
pregnant. Yeah, I think that's the same with my family. It's always been that way. Like, as soon as we dream something, like, we'll wake up, because obviously my family is very like faithful.
Yeah.
So we believe in God, and like part of that is believing that like God guides us through dreams.
faithful or religious?
Like religious, I guess. Like, I don't know, like both hand in hand.
All right,
really.
fair.
Like, I mean, you can't, if you follow like a religion like properly, I guess, I don't know how to put it. Oh, this is a very touchy subject. I don't want to get too deep into it. But for me, it's more like having like faith, or for me, like I like to talk in general. Like, obviously my personal belief is I believe in God.
Yeah.
But I respect everyone else's beliefs, and I think like whether you follow like spirituality or religion or something, the whole concept is that everyone believes in a higher power. And like that to me is beautiful, you know, like having faith in something bigger than ourselves. Like, it keeps us humble, it keeps us like going in life. And then if you don't believe in something, I respect it. Like, I'm not going to put my views onto you as long as you don't try and convince me of anything. Like, just let's live our own lives respectfully and harmoniously. But yeah, like part of that, like having faith, is like believing that we are guided through dreams and things. Like, I have a very strong intuition, like incredibly strong intuition. Like, I know immediately when I shouldn't be doing something, like when something's going to go wrong or when something's going to happen. Like, I will not do it, because if I then do it, something always goes wrong. Okay. So I've learned how to really listen to like my gut feeling, my intuition is so strong as well. But yeah, that dream thing is I think it's a very special thing to have. Like, my sister's had dreams since she was very young, and they've definitely guided us. And like, yeah, whenever we have a dream, we'll wake up and I'll text my mum and be like, I had a dream that this happened. Even Mila has dreams.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like...
Even that young age?
Yeah, at that young... I'm even surprised. Like, she'll wake up and be like, oh, mama, like, I had a dream last night. And I was like, oh, what happened? And then she'll be like, oh, this and this. And you were like... And I was like, oh, how interesting. And then we just note it down and then see what happens. Yeah, it's cool. It's interesting. I like it. It's fun.
It is, but I'd say it's scary more than anything, just in case it happens.
Yeah, I think that's where, like, if you have like a scary dream, that's when you have like your faith, like, to be like, oh, I'm gonna pray that it doesn't happen, or I'm gonna be very vigilant, or I don't know. Those dreams like provide a sense of guidance for me in life. Like, before my dad died, I had dreams leading up to it. So
It must have been hard.
Yeah, it was scary. Like, I'll share. I've never shared this before.
Oh, wow.
But I'll share it.
I feel honoured.
Yeah, I'll share it. So I had a dream, like me personally, I had a dream that I was on a plane, and the plane crashed, and like the engine flew like above me and it hit someone behind me, but no one on the plane died. Like, no, I was next to my best friend and no one died. So I had that dream, and then my mum had a dream, and she called me and she was like, Keiddy, I had such a weird dream. Like, I was in a plane crash and like we crashed, and I looked around and no one was dead, but it was scary. And I was like, man, no way. Like, I had exactly the same dream a couple of weeks ago. And then I was walking in town with my dad, and he was like, mi amor, like I had such a weird dream last night. And I was like, cuéntame, like what happened? And he was like, I was on a plane, and then the plane crashed into the sea. And when I like closed my eyes when it crashed, and then when it opened, I was sat on a cloud, like looking down at like the wreckage. And then I was like, I just looked at him and I was like, oh. And it was like my heart, like I didn't say anything to him, but like my heart dropped in that moment. So then I was like, okay, that seems like very telling. And then, yeah, I don't know, like months passed, and the night before he died, I had a very, very strong like intuition. Like this, I was at this at the theatre with a friend, like because I was living in London and I was going to uni at that point. And I had this, when I left, I was on the tube and I had this very, very strong feeling that something was going to go wrong. And I was like, someone's going to rob me. Like, what's going on? I was pregnant at this point as well. I was like, someone's going to rob me. Like, something's going to happen. Like, I don't know, but I have a very heavy feeling. And my dad was supposed to be flying back to England the next day. So then I get home and I text my dad being like, Dad, because he was flying from Neiba to Bogota and then Bogota to London. So then I was like, Dad, like as soon as you get to Bogota, like, was it Bogota that he was in? Where was he? I think he was at Bogota. Bogota. I actually can't remember. Why can't I remember? Okay, probably like trauma blocked it out. One of those airports. So I was like, I texted him being like, as soon as you get to the airport, like, call me. I'm gonna go to sleep now, but I'll be pendiente for your call. But I've got uni in the morning, so call me as soon as you get to the airport. And then like he called me like at 1 a.m. our time, like England. And then he called me. We had like an incredible call, like. But I woke up when he called me, being like, I need to concentrate on this call. I went to the toilet, washed my face. And then we called, and then we had like the most incredible phone call. Like he was just telling me like how proud he was of me and how grateful he was to have been my dad. And then I said the same things to him. Like I was like, I'm so grateful for you, like all your support, all your love, all your care. Like I love you so much. And then I was like, I'm gonna pick you up at the airport tomorrow. Like I'll see you very soon. Okay, I love you. And then he was like, I love you too. And then the next, like I went to sleep, and then the next phone call I got was to tell me that he had died.
Oh, damn. That's hard.
Yeah, he died at the airport before getting on the plane.
That's hard.
Yeah, but it was like, had I not had like that guidance, that intuition, like obviously it was a shock and it was horrible, but I felt like I had been warned a little bit that it was his time. Like his time was almost coming. And then obviously like, I don't know, there's just so many reasons. I just feel like for my life, like I can believe in something, you know? And like for example, he died on the 5th of February at 12:36 a.m. And Mila was born on the 5th of May at 12:36 a.m. So it's just like I felt like at that point, because I had been grieving during that time, it was like, okay, now instead of focusing on every month that your dad has been gone, you focus every month that your daughter has been alive. And then, just live happy. So it's been a long journey since then.
It has, and you've done a lot.
Yeah. I'm literally turning 25 tomorrow.
How do you feel?
I don't know. Like, I was saying to my friends and my family, like, I don't know where my early 20s have gone. Like now I'm going to be in my mid 20s tomorrow. And I feel like I've spent so much time just like working and like trying to study and trying to make a life, because my life changed so dramatically in like less like than 4 months. Like it's changed so much. And then I tried to make my way in music. Like I started songwriting for other people. And then I was like, how can I make this happen? And then like I've been like trying to study so I can get a job, because obviously I had to drop out of uni and just all of this stuff. So it's been very much like get your life in order for 5 years. And then now I'm here, and then I'm turning 25, and I'm like, I'm kind of like, I did it. Like,
You had.
I did it.
You did.
Which is like really like, I don't know. I've never had a day where before my birthday where I've been like, wow, like I'm actually turning a new age tomorrow. But today I've been so in the mindset of like, this is the last day that I'm ever going to be 24 in my life. Like I will never be 24 again. And it's so bittersweet because I get to start a new chapter in my life. I'm growing older, which is a blessing. Like to age is to be blessed. But it's just like sad. Like I will just never get any of that again. But then again, thank God, because it's been difficult.
Has it though? I know it's been difficult for you, but
it's been an experience, and I'm grateful for all of it. But yeah, like I only share certain parts of myself, but no one really sees like the reality, like the hustle, the grind, the tears, the like almost giving up, the almost failures. But we keep going, and I'm still not where I want to. Like, no, I am exactly where I need to be. And I'm very grateful to be here. But I have goals that I'm still yet to achieve, and I know I'll get there. But more work needs to be done to get there. But for now, like I've definitely this year, 2024, my mindset has completely changed. Like I'm not trying to, I don't know, I'm holding myself accountable in a very like calm manner. Okay. Like I won't judge myself. You know, I'll give myself grace. I'll let myself have the time that I need. I'm not expecting anything from people. I will give my energy where I want to give it and not force it anywhere. This year to me is all about like reciprocation. Yep. You know, like if I don't hear from you, you're not going to hear from me. I'm going to focus on myself, focus on my health, focus on my growth, work on my goals, make my dreams happen. And yeah, sorry, I feel like I've been talking for ages. I'm sorry, it's just talking to you. I'm so comfortable. It just keeps coming and coming.
Absolutely fine.
Yeah.
I think you're doing amazing, honestly. I think you are very successful either way. But like you said, respect and, you know, energy is reciprocated. And if there isn't that, then
yeah, true. That's what, like last year was really cool. A lot of things happened, but I definitely realized, like when I was in the hospital in December for a while, and like only my mum and Mila came to visit me. And, you know, like obviously people are in London, but people who I thought were like friends, like didn't really reach out, like when push came to shove. And then I reflected back on like the whole year, and I was just like, every situation that I've been in, forever actually, not even the year, like forever, whenever I have a new friend, I prioritize them so much higher than myself. Or working relationships, I prioritize them. Or an actual relationship, I prioritize them. I never prioritize myself in terms of like, you know, like supporting myself and believing in myself. It's always me working on someone else's team. And that's like fine. I like being that person, but it was very draining up to a point. And I was like, I need to take that energy, put it back into myself. And, you know, not expect anything of everyone, because someone recently like said to me, like, Keiddy, like you have to realize not everyone is you. Like not everyone is going to give the love that you give. Yeah. And I was like, you know what? Facts. So, and I do want that, but like I'm not going to force it out of anyone. And I've been like over this last month, I've been so at peace. I've just been so at peace. Like I've not been forcing anything from anyone. I've not chased like to meet. I don't even know. I'm just like working, going to the gym, doing music on my ones, taking care of Mila, spending time with family, getting my nails done. And it's just like, yeah, I don't know. I'm just at peace. Like when you know that energy should be like reciprocated.
Yep.
I think there's like a debate on that though. Like a lot of people are like, no, like be a lover girl, like spread your love to the world. And I'm like, yeah, true, but you have to know when to
No, I
keep
disagree
it.
with that.
Yeah.
I disagree completely with that.
With what, like giving it?
Yeah.
Yeah, my mindset, because that was what I used to think like, but now I think differently.
Yeah.
That's all about growth.
Yeah, I think I was in the same position as you with my work. I was giving so much energy to my job that, like with the IG lives, I gave so much to that and I gave so much to my job. I was draining myself out. It became habit. It didn't become something I was passionate about. So when I did the one with you, I was like, I don't know if I want to carry on doing this. Not because I didn't like it, but
Your job or the lives?
the IG lives.
Yeah.
I didn't, not because I didn't like it, but it was like, I've got to do another IG live.
Right.
And I've got to be punctual, and I've got to do this, and I've got to do that, and
Yeah, it takes a lot of planning. Those like, and then like tech difficulties.
Yep.
Organizing people's timing and stuff.
Yep. And even with my job, I know that retail is not for everyone. We're not appreciated for it.
Yeah. Retail is so difficult.
It's difficult.
Yeah.
But it wasn't up until, so not this year, 2022 I got ill. And I was like, okay, I'm going to put my health first. I didn't. And then last year, 2023, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to come in and do my job and that's it. I'm not going to give more than what's expected of me because it's not worth it.
Yeah.
Luckily, I'm in a better place now. I'm more determined for the podcast.
Yeah.
For my friendships, for my relationships, with the people around me. But I'm excited to see what happens.
Yeah.
This year. My relationship with you always grows. I'm always looking at your posts and your stories just to see what you're up to. I'm always there. You've posted a couple of difficult times, but
on my close friends, not on my public.
Yeah.
You have the privilege of being on my close friends.
yeah. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
But I've seen the struggles, especially last year.
I don't know, the struggles every year.
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, bless you. I know that you're always there, like regardless if that's in person or not. Like I've always known that I could confide in you and things, and I've always appreciated your friendship because, you know, like I think I said this in the last podcast I did, but like my life, because I live by myself and I live in like
far,
not too far. It's not too far. Slightly far. It's only half hour from Waterloo.
Yeah.
This is fun. But yeah, because like I live by myself, I live far. I don't see my family too often. And my friends they're like either in London. My best friend right now, she's abroad. So is my other best friend. So, you know, like times got lonely sometimes, but I've learnt to, like, I used to really like feel the loneliness, whereas now I'm just like, you know what, I've learnt to be happy and comfortable alone. It's not as difficult as it used to be, especially because I know that I have people like you to reach out, because I think that's the hardest thing about loneliness is sometimes when you're in like a deep state of loneliness or sadness or depression, like you feel like you don't know who to reach out to. Like that's the hardest, or if you can reach out to them. But like I just want to say that if you're that like in one of those states or have experienced being in like a state of sadness, loneliness or whatever, whoever you choose to reach out to at the point that you do will always be willing to listen. Like, always. If you're like, I am struggling right now, they're gonna drop what they're doing and be like, yeah, I'm here, you know. I think, like, you know, we live in a very kind of horrible world, but there is a lot of goodness out there as well. And when people are in need, you know, like, the people around you will care.
They will.
Yeah.
They will. I think that's why that's partly the reason that I do feel so close to the people I'm around now.
Yeah.
Than what I was before.
Yeah.
So I could mention the people I'm close to in one hand. The people that I trust probably on both hands.
Oh gosh, I have half a hand on mine. Like, give me like 3 fingers.
But no, I think it's just from getting to know people. And
yeah.
So, for example, how did we meet? I don't remember how we met.
I don't know, some sort of Instagram
Probably
thing.
But yeah, we met and we built a connection. And I'll tell you the moment that I knew I could trust you. It was a post that you did with Della.
You have a good memory. What post?
It was either a post or a story.
Yeah.
And the post said, Della's always trying to... what was it? Della's always trying to catch me out. Something like that. Because you were dancing salsa on one of the shoots.
Oh, when we were filming La Noche and he was like, I was doing some weird dance and he was filming me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that was the point
that.
where you were like, this girl is cool.
Aww.
This girl's cool. She don't care about anything. And I think that's...
That is so funny. I would have never guessed that's the story that you would have chosen.
I think that was the moment I was like, yeah.
Yeah, that one. That's a good egg.
That's a good one. That's a keeper.
Yeah.
She's a keeper.
Oh, that's nice. That's really nice. I completely forgot about that. I'm glad you saw that in me. That's really nice to know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's really nice. I feel like... I don't know. That made me feel very, like, nice inside that you were actually, like, looking like, oh, I like her. That's really sweet. Yeah, I think just with you, like, it just, for me, it was just talking.
Yeah.
And, like, you've always been supportive. Like, there's never been, like, any sort of, like, rift between us or anything. No. It's very much, like, an exchange of love and appreciation. Mm-hmm. So I'm glad that we formed this friendship.
Me too. Me too.
And I really admire having people around me that... I can't lie, I do have a bit of, like, I have little patience when someone, like, I don't know if this will, like, make me look bad, but I have very little patience when someone complains about something again and again and again and again, and they do nothing to change it. Like, I don't have patience for that. Like, I will listen to you the first time, I'll listen to you the second time. By the third time, I hope that you're making active steps to change that experience that you're having, if you are able to. Obviously, if it's out of your hands, I'm not going to judge you for that. But if it's like, oh, I want to be doing this, but blah, 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 I'm like, go make it happen. Like, do it. So with you, like, you've always been like, I have an idea, I'm going to execute it now. I'm going to start working towards making that happen.
Yeah, to be fair, I wasn't always like that.
No, it's easy to not be, and it doesn't have to be straight away. You know, like, it takes time to get into, like, that rhythm of yeah, like, it takes time, like, and I always give myself, like I said, I give myself grace, but I give myself grace for, like, a couple of days. If I'm gonna be, like, sad about one thing, I'll let my body feel sad for as long as it needs to, but then once I feel better, up and at it. Up and at it, and start, like, making progress happen. Like, that's what happened these last 2 months after I was really sick. Like, I was so miserable just in bed. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't talk to anyone. I didn't have the energy. I just didn't feel like myself. And then come beginning of January, like even people were messaging me about projects, like, and I was like, I can't, like, I couldn't even answer their messages. And then come January, like as soon as I felt better, when I felt better immediately, like I was on my phone, like, okay, are you free? Let's set up a call.
Yep.
Are you free? Like loads of different projects. And now like, I'm trying to sustain that, as much.
To be fair, because we had planned this way before, but when you got sick, my concern was never, oh my God, we're going to miss out on the shoot. That was never my concern. My concern was always, no, because things will always happen. But my concern was, oh my God, is she okay? Is your daughter okay? Yeah. And that's why I sort of messaged you every so often, are you okay? How are you feeling? It wasn't the fact of, Keiddy, are you okay? Let's do the podcast. For me, it was like, is she okay? Is she okay mentally? Is she okay emotionally?
That's so nice to have you around.
You love your music. I know how creative you are. You're very in action. So for you not to be able to do that, I knew it must have been really bad for you to...
Yeah, it was pretty difficult. Those like that. The end of last year was pretty difficult. Yeah, what were you saying? Yeah, it was really difficult. Like, I have my little home studio, tiny one, but it's like my creative outlet. Whatever emotion I'm feeling, I just put it into song, and then I'll send it to clients or pitch it or whatever. So yeah, to not even be able to just sit down and do that was pretty tough. It was just tough not being able to just get up and get myself from point A to B. And then I just realized like how grateful I am for health and my body and life and, just everything. Yeah, I really came into 2024 with a new perspective. Like, it wasn't even like a new year, new me kind of thing. It wasn't, it was just the timing of when my sickness was and when I got better. Like, I'm grateful it happened then because I got to start this year very like fresh-minded, like tunnel vision, self-focus, self-love, and I've just been very much like in my own element. So I feel good. It's my birthday tomorrow and I just feel weird. I feel very strange at the minute. I didn't know what it is.
You know what? I felt strange for my 30th. My 30th felt
really?
so weird, yeah.
Yeah, because your 20s were gone.
Yeah, but I think it was more of, okay, I don't have my life in order, but it's getting there. I didn't think I'd ever feel that.
Sorry, what?
My life in order. So I was like, I hit 30, I'm not where I want to be, but I'm getting there. So that hit me pretty hard. But I think for me I was like, you know what, 30, I'm going to do everything I can to be successful-ish this decade.
What does success mean to you though? Like what is that? What does that look like to you for yourself?
Oh, that's a really good question. That's a difficult one because I've always seen success as retiring my parents. And that's always been the goal. It's always been something that I've worked towards. And I feel I can do it within this decade. But I think now it's just doing what I'm doing and being happy about it.
1,000%. Like I look at you and I'm like you are successful.
I don't feel it, but I'm getting to a point where I'm getting happier with what I'm doing. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
Again, if you go back to IG Lives, I think you can tell by my face that I wasn't enjoying it as much.
Yeah.
I was getting bored. I think I told...
Yeah, a person that we know in common.
Yeah. I think with her live, I was like, I'm just not enjoying this anymore. This is going to be my last live.
Right.
Blah, blah, blah.
What was it that you weren't enjoying? Like just the logistics of it?
I think it was just it became habit rather than something that I enjoyed.
Right.
I felt it was like something I had to do rather than something I wanted to do.
Yeah.
The guests were difficult to get anyway.
Yeah.
Whereas with the podcast, I'm enjoying it. I'm not even looking out for guests anymore.
They're coming to you.
Yeah. who messaged me last week? J-Dog's manager.
No
He was
way.
like,
Get J-Dog on the
yeah.
show. Shout out J-Dog.
Next week.
Is it?
Yeah.
He was one of my first artists
Oh,
I
is
wrote
it?
for. Yeah.
Yeah, so I've got
Da
him next
Rica.
week.
Da Rica. Da Rica.
He's been amazing, to be fair, with the whole...
He's a great guy. He's very talented. I see him going very far. Shout out J-Dog.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'll be excited.
I think a lot of artists are going for...
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I feel like this year is like when we'll really, last year was a big success for a lot of people. I think this year will be like, we'll see it, a lot of it come to fruition.
Yeah.
Because like, I feel like the noise has bubbled enough. It's been bubbling in the background for a long time. And now it's like seeping over the pot and the world is noticing. So now they're going to like, all the labels and stuff are going to be like, oh my gosh, Latinos in the UK. So yeah, I feel like this year is probably like the one where, how Friends, the show has like titles.
Yeah.
If this year was an episode, it'd be like the one where they all succeed,
Oh, 100%. A few succeeded last year with the Adidas campaign, which I was really proud of.
Who?
So J-Dog was
yeah.
at the Adidas campaigns.
Yeah. Naomi, Julie, Dukas, J-Dog,
Mhm.
Fuego. Yeah, the Candela Adidas one.
Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah, that was amazing.
They're doing bits, but
There's still more to be done.
100%.
Still more. I mean, those are massive, massive accomplishments, but there's still more to be done. And I just want people to enjoy the journey, like, because it's so cool.
I don't think people are enjoying the journey. I think...
I mean, in like an individual respect, I feel like a lot of people get lost in like, this is what I was saying about success. Like, what did that mean to you? Because I think my perspective changed, like it's good to have goals. It's good to strive to work for something, but we only have the now. Like we actually only live right, like this second right now that I'm living, that's all I get. Right now, everything that we've just done, everything that we've spoken about, that's a memory now. I don't get that anymore. And who knows what's going to happen when I step outside. And God forbid, like anything were to happen in the next couple of days. But that's how fast life can go, And so like I always say to people like, enjoy the journey. We don't know how long we have. And, like success can be measured in so many different ways. It doesn't mean like being seen as a rich and famous person. And I mean, if that's what the success looks like to you in the future, cool. Like, do you, like, I love that for you, but just enjoy the journey at least. Like, I like right now I'm enjoying this, because I was very like, how am I going to spend the last day as a 24-year-old? Like today I've just been filming everything, going around filming everything. And then I was like, I'm excited to just talk to Juan, spend some time just talking to him, sharing our experiences. And this is like time that I value,
Same.
And this to me, like, this is what we're doing. This is a piece of success,
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people enjoy that journey though. I think people want to see instant success.
Instant gratification. Tut, tut, tut. It's easy for us to fall into that, like.
It is, and I used to be that way.
Yeah.
Especially with the IG Live, especially when I first started.
Yeah.
Now,
When it's supposed to happen, it will happen.
Yeah.
You just got to keep trying as well. Like, keep going. I saw a TikTok last night, I think. And it was like, like, success comes with just trying and trying again. Like, if you're, like, a goal. I don't know. I don't know how I want to frame the word success. But I guess if we're having, like, an end goal, like, if you're trying to achieve something, that just comes with trying and trying and trying again. It was this content creator, and she was saying, if my parents didn't try for the third time to come to America after having been denied more time and time again, we would have never lived here. We wouldn't have never lived this life. Like, and it's so true. If you don't try and again, like, you'll never see what it is that you want to see, you know? You never know if that's like, you know, that eighth time that you go to do something, if that's the time that you get that opportunity that you've been looking for.
Very
Just
true.
keep trying.
It's very true. I think it's the same with anything though. Because when my dad came to London, the very first time, he got sent back to Colombia.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. And he got told, if you try and come back, you will get arrested and deported.
Oh.
Within, I think it was 6 weeks. It was 2 months or 6 weeks. We all came back together. Same guy was there.
He was like, say it to my face.
Yeah, same guy was there. Nothing happened.
Really?
And we're still here.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Keep trying.
Keep trying.
He was like, what'd you say?
Yeah.
I didn't hear that.
Uh-huh.
He was like, I'm coming for a better life for my family, and that's that.
Yeah.
You can't tell me nothing. Can't tell me nothing.
To be fair, I don't think it is a better life.
Depends because have you lived in Colombia before?
No, but I'm talking more of the sense of, if we look at the UK economy, things are going.
Oh no, the UK is
not
terrible right now. Like the UK is a terrible, like cost of living. Like just, I don't know how. I don't really want to get into politics. I try to keep those views off camera. But yeah, no, I think in terms of like, I don't know, because I've never had the Colombian experience of I've never grew up there. I never lived there.
To be fair, never have I, but
no, but I know that, you know, from like my family members who still live out there, like I know how difficult it is, and we are in a very privileged place, and especially I think I'm talking more about when our parents came here, like at that point it was a much better life to be living, like but that came with so much struggle, you know. Sorry. That came with so much struggle. And I can't even imagine like what our parents went through. Like my struggle, you know, is relevant to me, but I can't even imagine like the experience being in the shoes of my parents and how difficult that was. Like I'm so grateful to my parents and what they did for me to be here, because I know it wasn't easy. Like imagine leaving your home country, going to a country that you don't know the language, working a horrible job where people like look down at you, like don't appreciate you, probably having to work multiple jobs for a very tiny amount of money, having to get used to this terrible weather, and still being told to get out of the country. Do you know what I mean? Like I can't even imagine.
Yeah,
it's terrible.
Yeah. My mum, like I've known my mum to work her whole life here.
Yeah.
I think she's more appreciated now by her managers than what she's ever been sort of appreciated before.
Yeah. I mean that she was appreciated more.
So I think, when was it? The last 10, 12 years, I think. She was working at this house. She wouldn't really be allowed to go on holiday.
Yeah.
Christmas, New Year's pretty much didn't exist for her.
Yeah.
Because she had to stay over at their house to dog sit. If she tried to say no, she'd be threatened with getting fired.
Horrible.
I think the only nice thing she ever did for my mum was when the London bombings happened.
Yeah.
She sent my mum home in a cab. I think that's the
Bare
only
minimum.
I think that's
Bare
the
minimum
that's the
in a
only
bombing.
nice story that I've heard about her.
Bare minimum.
Yeah.
That's like the lot, like what you'd expect.
Wait, that's a lie. Two things, and it was the same. It was the same thing. So London bombings.
Yeah.
She sent my mum home in the cab, like she paid for it and everything. And when my auntie died again, she sent my mum home in the cab. But apart from that,
Sorry.
I've never really heard anything good about her.
She just likes cabs.
I think so.
Oh, bless your poor mum.
But I'm glad she left that job and now she's got better managers.
Good.
Like she'll go on holiday and they'll pay her holiday pay, and they'll be like, "Have a good time. Here's some holiday money."
As she deserves, and she deserves more, I'm sure. Yeah, no, it's a tough life for immigrant parents when they first come here. Like, I don't know. What was your experience like as a first gen? You are first gen, right? You second generation?
I think so.
Like, did your grandparents come here first?
Oh no. Just my parents.
So you were born here?
No.
Where were you born?
Colombia.
Oh.
But I came when I was very young.
Oh.
So yeah.
I think does that still make you
Probably.
I don't know. I have no idea.
I'm confused.
I was
2 months old.
Oh yeah.
So,
I mean, technically you are first gen. I mean, you had more of a British Colombian experience than a Colombian experience.
How was it for me?
Yeah.
I think I had an identity crisis growing up.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know whether to say I'm British, no, I'm Colombian, no, I'm this, I'm that. Once I got to secondary school, that was horrible.
Right. How? Why?
Because in primary you don't really get the Pablo Escobar jokes. You don't really get the cocaine jokes because they wouldn't really know about it.
Yeah. Yeah, 6-year-old talking about cocaine. I hope not.
Yeah, but as soon as you get to that secondary, it's like, oh my God, you're Colombian, Pablo Escobar. Oh, you're Colombian. Oh, Juanita. Oh,
yeah.
Is your uncle Pablo Escobar? Oh,
yeah.
You know where to get cocaine in it, the right stuff.
Yeah.
So I think for me, hitting secondary school, I hated it. And I didn't really know what to put down on my applications. Like, do I put British or I put Colombian?
There is no Colombian. There's just other.
It's just other.
We need to change that.
To be fair, I did a job application the other day.
Yeah.
I posted it on my story. It was like white, black, I think it was Asian. And then I saw Latino. I was like, oh my God, we got Latino.
It's happening.
Yeah, I was like, oh my God.
I know there was a community group trying to petition to get that done.
Mm-hmm.
I've never once in my life ticked a box that has put Latin American. I've always had to tick another box. And underneath those boxes, I always put in capital letters like Latin American.
Yeah.
Like make sure it's known. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I get that those jokes. Like I had that throughout secondary and college as well.
I got a teacher fired for that.
You got a teacher fired? Yes.
Yeah, in sixth form. No.
I mean, sorry, that sounded so rude,
at
but
uni, at uni, yeah.
That is not allowed.
No.
That is not allowed, and people need to be held accountable.
No, but the thing is, he would make those jokes every single lesson, every single tutorial. He'd be like, you've been sniffing the white stuff, yeah.
What?
Like,
they think they're being
class.
Funny.
And one point I had enough, and
you told?
I told someone.
Yeah.
And then the next day, I don't know what happened. I went into class. He wasn't there. And I got told you got fired. Never saw him again. For 2 years, I didn't see him again.
Don't mess with the Colombians.
Don't mess with Latinos. Full stop.
Don't mess with Latinos. Yeah. Yeah, I get that. I think growing up in Surrey was even more of an identity crisis. Like, I always wished I had grown up in London because there was like, it's much more multicultural here. You know, there's a bigger community of Latinos. I don't have any. I was the only, was I? Yeah, I was the only Latin girl in my whole year group.
Me too.
Really?
In my whole school, yeah.
In your whole, yeah, same. Like, in your whole school. The whole school. Yeah, no, I mean, my sister was in my school at one point, and then we had our friend, Steph, who was at school. But that was it, I think. I mean, we weren't even at school at the same time.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a lie. I think that's a lie. I think I had a Latin guy, but not sure. I mean, we weren't really acknowledged. Like, it wasn't really like a thing that was acknowledged, but whatever, I think.
In your school, did you have this thing? So I had this thing in my school where there was a couple of Spanish-speaking people.
Yeah.
But it was Españoles, de España,
Yeah.
And then there was me. And everyone used to be like, oh, you should ask her out, because you both speak Spanish. Did you ever get that?
No. There was a Spanish guy in my car, but no, like, I never really got that.
Oh.
Sorry, I can't relate.
That's
I mean,
right.
I guess people like would
put two and two
would
together.
people be like, oh, you guys speak Spanish, like, you're gonna be, but like, not really. I think because I don't even know, like, people in Surrey are just like, they're just a bit out of touch sometimes. And you know, like those Pablo Escobar jokes, like those weren't the only jokes being made.
Okay.
Like, it was jokes towards every culture.
Oh.
It was just very much like, it's just childish behavior, you know, like people that don't know any better. I think, like, I don't hold it against them though, because, you know, people are stupid when they're younger, and that's what life is about, like growing and learning. Yeah, I don't know, like, I don't hold it against. I mean, there are moments from my adolescence which I am like they did definitely deeply affect me growing up. Like,
yeah,
I got my nose done when I was 15 because I got bullied in year 7, and ever since then, like, I had just this massive thing about my nose. So I got it done at a very young age because I felt like I needed to fit in. Like, I would use very white foundation. I got made to shave my arms because this boy in my year group, like, he was my friend, and then he suddenly wasn't my friend, and then I was like, well, you're not my friend. He was like, you need to shave your arms. And then this girl I was about to make way to this house party, and I was getting ready at a girl's house, and then she was like, I'm not taking you to that party if you don't shave your arms. And it was like all these white people being like, you know, and as a, you know, I was browner before, but as a dark-haired girl, like, you know, I'm Latin, I'm gonna have hair on my body, like, it's a normal thing. I had a moment where, you know, I was walking to town from school, these white kids from another school on their school bus, like, all started throwing stuff at me from their bus, being like, go back to your country, all of that. And then there was this one situation at a public paddling pool where I was thinking there was like 12, and these like 8 and 6-year-olds all surrounded me and like started kicking water at me and like making, because they didn't think I was Latin. They thought I was like Indian, and then they started making like racist Indian remarks and noises at me and being like, oh, go back to your home country. And then I was so confused, and their parents were just watching, like, laughing. So it was very much like the culture that, like, if you don't look like them, you're not going to fit in. And that's where my identity crisis came from. Like, I need to look more like them so that I'm treated better. So, but now I'm like, now they want to look like me. Now I'm like, ha ha.
To be fair, you're doing bits now.
Thank you.
But you're doing bits.
Yeah.
I've seen the stories. I have mentioned you in stories.
Yeah.
You're valued a lot there.
Thank you. As are you. Yeah. I think I sometimes struggle to see that, like,
You're massively valued.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah. I value myself. I'm learning to love myself greatly, like deeply, not just surface level, like deeply, just be like, I love my human experience and just keep pushing forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're definitely very loved in the community.
Oh.
I've seen the posts, I've seen everyone talk about your writing skills. Everyone that you work with, Keiddy's amazing, Lizzie's amazing. Even when you write your own songs, again, the reposts are there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really nice when people come to support. Like, you know, that was actually something that I struggled with, like posting my songwriting, because I was like, my sound is different. I don't know if my writing's any good. And then I started posting it and people were like, like, this is crazy. Like, and I was like, wait a second. No way. And then so I started getting excited and then posted more and more and more. And then I was like, wait, like people are actually resonating with this. And yeah, it was amazing to see, because I held myself back for so long. So after like pushing myself to do that. So just, if you guys have an idea, if you want to be a creative, if you have like a project in mind, but you're too scared to put it out there, like just go for, like, just do it. Like, just do it. Do it for yourself. Do it. And then the right people are going to come and support it, you know? But just do it. Put yourself out there. It's so much better. Like, you don't understand how many opportunities you end up getting from it, from just like taking that step and stopping yourself from being your own barrier.
Yeah. But last thing I want to tell you is this. So we've been talking about doing a session.
Yeah.
A music session.
Yeah.
And I had a beat in my mind the other day.
A beat?
A beat.
What beat?
I had a beat in my mind for like
As in you made up the beat? Like
you
thought of
it was in my head.
Okay.
Completely gone now.
Oh,
I don't.
You have to. Oh, I always say this, like, whenever, to everyone, whenever you have some sort of melodic idea come to your head, grab your phone and voice note it, because before you know it, poof, it's gone. You don't understand how many voice notes I have, because as soon, like, immediately, if I'm on my laptop, I'll have to get the voice note on my laptop because I would just lose it. But that's so frustrating.
It is, because I had it for like half a day, so I was like,
I'm going to remember it.
I kept humming it to myself. And then for some reason, my manager just started singing, what did he sing? Last. And he sings 1,000 miles. So that just threw me off completely.
Yeah, because then you think of that melody.
Yeah.
It actually happened to me the other day. I was staying around a friend's house and I was sleeping on their sofa bed. And I woke up and I got the most beautiful melody idea in my head, but it was really early in the morning, like, because I'm an early riser, and I didn't want to wake up anyone in the house. And I was like, I can't whisper the melody because it's a very, like, I don't know, like Arabic scale kind of thing. And so I was just like, I'll do it later after everyone wakes up, and boop, it's gone. I will never get it again. It was so
I hope
sad.
I do, because I was really like, in beat with the tune, I was like really happy. I was like, oh, actually, this could really go with the podcast. This could really go with the intro.
Yeah. Yeah, don't worry. We'll come up with something.
Yeah.
We'll come up with something. Stay tuned.
Definitely. Yeah, but like I said, you're doing amazing things.
Thank you.
You are an amazing mother.
Thank you.
You are an amazing friend. And I've told you this many times. I've got a lot of love for you, appreciation. Always here for you no matter what. I'm only like a message away anyway.
Yeah, I mean, we message like all the times. Thank you for everything. Thank you for having me on. Like, I'm so excited for you, for this podcast. I love seeing what you do. And yeah, honestly, cuenta conmigo para lo que sea.
Igualmente.
And yeah, thank you for having me. I
So
hope you guys liked listening to I don't even know what we spoke about, like 30,000 things. I can't even remember.
Had to have you on though.
Yeah.
That was one thing I really wanted this year, to have you on.
Did I do well?
You did.
Yay! Words of affirmation.
You did.
Oh, thank you.
That's all right.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Lots of love.
Lots of love. And thank you guys for watching.
Bye.